can charge my
This
own
meeting is
prices.
being recorded.
But when I was told I had to close my door for 3 whole months, right? And I not just had my own personal expenses, but I now had business brick and mortar expenses to cover as well, because I was still exchanging my time for money and relying on taking clients in order to get paid. And they were telling me, no, you're a non-necessity business. You can't open up your shop for 3 months. And yeah, you're also not going to get unemployment because you're self-employed. Haha, joke was on me. So because of that situation, that rock bottom moment, I truly believe that it also turned into one of my biggest blessings, because it led me here today. I was on a call, just like how many of you guys are on a call tonight, where I said, I need to seek more. I need to stop keeping all of my eggs in one basket. I know that I want to learn from people who have the results that I'm looking to have. And I realized that the people who were least affected in times like that were people who had multiple sources of income and were people who were making money online. So I'm so grateful that I got introduced into this space, and I trusted the systems that, we're going to be able to dive deeper in with you, and just know and accept that I didn't know it all. And I don't ever want to know it all. I want to be a student in life, a student to the game, because I know that it's one thing about making money and it's another thing about building wealth. And I don't just want to make money. I want to build wealth and equip myself with all of the skill sets. So because of Alpha X Society being partnered with one of the top e-learning platforms in the world, I've been able to equip myself with skill sets like day trading, like crypto, like digital marketing, e-commerce, UGC, and so much more, which is why I'm so grateful, because I've rebranded myself. I make a lot of my money, majority online, to the point that I'm barely stuck having to trade my time for money. And I get to now live a life that I never thought I would have imagined, and travel around the world. And as being in this space, I've traveled over 20 different states and countries. And if you would have told me this was my reality 4 years ago, I would have said, you're crazy. But this is why I'm so passionate about this space. And this is why I'm so passionate about hosting these calls like this, to show people, because I know that there's people out there looking for the things like we're going to be covering over tonight's call. So that's a bit about me and why I'm here today, and diving into this information with each and every single one of you guys. So really quick, I want to engage with you guys for a bit in the chat. Drop a 1 in the chat if you do not know what UGC is, and drop a 2 in the chat if you've heard of it and you have an idea of it, but maybe you're not sure about it. Okay, UGC. All right, we got some ones, twos, ones. All right, so in tonight's call, we really wanted to highlight the digital marketing and e-commerce social media aspect of what it is that we're able to offer. Okay, so what I want to educate you guys. I'm here to educate you guys on this. So I want to go over briefly what the power of UGC is. Now, UGC is simply we're going to cover over these things, right? But I want to go over this. UGC, what is UGC, right? UGC stands for user generated content. Okay, so I know you guys are online, and whether you know it or not, you're either consuming content, right? And majority of the time you're being sold too on TikTok, on Instagram. You see a lot of average creators that look like myself and like you are just indirectly talking about certain topics, or maybe the product is specifically, but you're being sold to every day through user generated content, whether you know it or not, right? So as a UGC creator, brands, your favorite brands, Nike, L'Oreal, Dior, from high-end brands to low-end brands that are selling tripods, right? See, understand that marketing dollars are no longer being put towards advertisement, are no longer being put towards, magazines. We are the most digitally connected generation that there is out there. So what these big brands are doing now is they're sending free products to average individuals, authentic creators like myself and you, that are going to be able to get paid for each piece of content that you're able to deliver, and they are going to use that for their own marketing purposes. And it goes a little bit deeper in that, and we'll dive into that. But UGC content, it fits perfectly in your everyday feed without you even knowing that it's an ad, right? UGC content is not made to feel salesy. It's made to feel like it's used in your everyday life. It's authentic. Like if I was talking to you guys and also putting on this lip gloss, I'm unintentionally exposing you to this product that these brands are not just sending me for free, but they're paying me, right? And there's a lot of myths and things when it comes into UGC. We're going to dive into this, but I want you guys to understand that content is supposed to be authentic and real so brands can build more trust with their customers. And that is the gap that UGC is able to bring to brands, consumers, rather than paying for ads and advertisement to go ahead and push their products out there. So you're able to sell the produced content to the company, and majority of the time, you don't even have to post the content that you're making for these products on your own feed. You don't have to post the content that you're making for these products on your own feed. Now, why UGC can matter for you, right? It's flexible income stream. As a creator, this is something that I've been able to integrate into my day-to-day life, and running a full-time business it can be a lot sometimes, but I understood that I was already utilizing a lot of these products that I love, that I use, and like now I've been able to equip myself to learn how it is that I can not just get them for free, but get paid for making a 30-second to 60-second, maybe max 90-second video, or take some nice photos of. And these brands are paying me and paying multiple other individuals for simply taking that content for them. So it's like you literally get all the perks of being an influencer nowadays, right? But you don't even need to have a big following. And that's one thing that a lot of people, and even myself, I used to think that, oh, well, I don't have tens and thousands of followers. Like, no one's going to send me these products. No, they don't look for that. So we're allowed to be in a position to benefit almost like these big time influencers without having to post it on our own personal page, and without having to have thousands and thousands of followers to not just receive these products, but get paid for simply sharing them and creating authentic user content for these big brands. And it's very easy to start getting into this UGC content creation, and it has a very low, if not minimal, startup cost. And this was key for me as well. As a business owner, I paid a lot of money to start my business. So the fact that there's so many ways for people to start generating an income online with little to none overhead is amazing. It's absolutely amazing. And the things that we all, every single, how many people are on, 42 of you have access to start doing, right? So I want to show you guys I'm going to take a quick minute to show you guys an example of what a UGC video looks like, because I bet you've come across similar style like videos without even knowing it. So let's go ahead, and let me go ahead and click our guy right here.
If you're a guy looking to upgrade your looks, you need to try this product. Before Lift Lab, my jawline was simply not at its best. But then I started consistently using Lift Lab, and in just 1 week, I could clearly see a difference. It comes with a sculpting serum and a sculptor.
Boom. Informational, light, every day. Let's check out another one. No, I don't want to go back.
Things TikTok made me buy.
I'd seen a bunch of people raving about this portable blender from SmartBlend, so of course I had to try it for myself. And I can confirm it's an absolute game changer. Whether I'm in the office, the gym, or out and about, I can blend my smoothies anytime, anywhere in just seconds. It's super easy to use, and it's quiet, lightweight.
Drop a 1 in the chat if you have seen content like this on your feed every single day. Every single day. Now, if you guys are on this call, it's because you now are not just being educated, but now potentially putting you guys in a position to stop being the consumer who's scrolling, and you're buying you're buying some of these products, because my TikTok shop cart, Dios mío, I'm so glad I got into this, because I not only get to win with these products, but get paid. Absolutely, yes. You will either be sold to or be the one on the other side selling and being the producer on this. And this is the incredible part about being in the times that we're in today. So I wanted to show you guys some example videos, and I also want to show you guys some inspiring results that within our community that we've been able to help create people who create for our students who are looking just to solely start working with these brands and getting paid brand deals. Now, look at all, this is just a screen full of a fraction within our large digital entrepreneurship academy of people who went in this space and said, I don't want to buy, I want to make money and use these products. And they've been able to, after the next step that I'm going to show you guys, as soon as they're finished going through our step-by-step system, they're able to start working with brands immediately after. Now, what does that step-by-step system look like, right? So within our space, we have what's called a go live, right? A go live system. And so we have one of the top educators, and we have many incredible educators here within our digital marketing and e-commerce space, but Marjana solely focuses in on UGC, and she's in our platform streaming live, not just teaching you guys what's new, what to do, how to build a portfolio, how to talk to brands, how to edit, how to film, the whole nine, on Mondays and Wednesdays at 2 p.m. ET, but you're able to really have that student to teacher like experience because you also have a live chat box to talk with your educators within this specific and solely one way here in our academy for you to learn how to start working with these brands, right? And so you see this video right here. This is a boot camp, an 8-video boot camp that as soon as our students come in, we put you guys through these boot camp. As soon as they're done by week 2, they're already working with brands, guys. And we have the foundation and the systems and the education that's going to help you learn and give you that step-by-step blueprint guidance on how to go ahead and get started within UGC. Now, we also have incredible multiple educators that are going to help you expand knowledge in social media, even just outside of UGC, like Helen, which I have here, my sis. She's also killing it here in the UG space as well. But I want you guys to understand one thing, is that you do not need to be perfect. You don't need to look a certain way. You don't need to have the most aesthetic house, okay? Those are the small limiting beliefs and false narratives that are holding people back from truly winning in this space. What you need to do is be you. Be authentic. Share and work with brands that you actually love and use and like, right? And will help you in terms of filling in the gaps and everything else. And the best way to learn is just to simply start. Now, that is just one way, right? I want to talk to you guys now. Drop a 7 in the chat if you've heard of digital marketing, digital products. Drop a 7 in the chat, okay? Digital marketing, digital products, right? Now, being in the educator space, right, in my respective niche, the best way that I can help break this down to you guys is through my own personal experience. Now, I want to make it very clear that you can still be successful in creating digital products, in digital marketing, right, without already having a business, okay? But I want to show you guys what I've been able to utilize as digital product that has allowed me to scale my business, not just from the physical, but to the digital, and create those passive streams of income online whenever I'm not physically working in my business, which is why when I learned about this, I said, absolutely, yes, I want to work smarter. I don't want to work harder. But I want to be very clear that digital marketing is nothing new. Learning how to create a digital product has been around for many years. Now, what this is able to do for people is this is able to help people essentially transition the traditional business model, right, to now help them be a scalable digital model. That was a tongue twister right there. Understand that by me going ahead and learning how to step into the digital space, right, without having to rely on trading my time for money, client service based, I now have removed the borders of my business. I've removed the borders of my brand because I can't lash somebody in AZ and in Texas and in London at the same time. No, I'm one person. I can only give my time to a certain amount of days and limit myself to a certain amount of people that I can see. But why would I do that when there's a way for me to put my passions into a digital product and now remove the borders and now be able to share and make passive income and provide my education, my knowledge, my resources to people all around the world. And that's what digital products has been able to help me do for my business and brand. As you can see, right, I've been educating people and teaching people how to do lashes in person, in the flesh, right? But I've realized that there's a market out there within my personal respective passion that people are looking for my resources, my training manuals. And I've been able to digitalize that into an ebook, a digital product that then in turn allowed me to make money in my sleep, earn from my own passions, my own expertise without necessarily being hands-on. And understand, guys, whether you think that You don't have a business. What can I do to teach? I promise that you have something valuable, whether it's knowledge or experience. There is something that people will want to learn from you. Somebody who's in my industry might be selling the same exact, there's only one way to teach lashes, right? Might be selling an exact same lash manual. So what's going to differentiate somebody buying from Susan versus buying from me is the fact that I am me. People want to learn from me. I've learned how to establish a community and build trust within my audience and learn how to create content that doesn't just list, but converts and sells, right? And we're going to go into this in a little bit, right? So I want you guys to understand that you are unique and you do have value and you can create a digital product. And this is just one way. This is just one way to get into digital products, to have people start purchasing from you, therefore getting you to make money in your sleep, guys. So let's talk about it. There's a lot of multiple revenue streams available when it comes to the digital income opportunity in digital products, right? There's ebooks like I have now, guides like I have now. I showed you guys my ebooks and guides on the right hand side, right? There's templates, lots of Canva templates. I've created templates that have helped other business owners market their business and brands and been able to sell that, and people can now rebrand it themselves and reuse it for their own personal business, which is called PLR. PLR stands for private label rights. So if you're somebody who's a creative and you're like, hey, I'm actually pretty good on Canva, whether you're good at making journals, planners, workbooks, any type of template, resources, there's so much out there that you can utilize and list as a digital product on Etsy for $0. Etsy has its own marketplace, and start to build your digital income streams in this space. Now, I want to touch for a little bit on this, right? The formula for creating a profitable digital product. So the first thing that you guys are going to need to do is define, necessarily your niche or your expertise. And the number one way I'm able to help my students start to get creative in this idea process is, what do people always ask you for help with? There is truly, like, digital products is not just solely for educators. It's not just solely for business owners, right? I see people in fitness selling, their fitness plans, selling their 30-day fat burner guide, right? Recipes, birthing plans for the mamas, everything you need to know to do X, Y, and Z. If you're somebody who has passed a certain exam, my cheat sheet to passing a nursing exam, guys, understand that you have knowledge, you have experience. Don't limit yourself by feeling like you need to fit in a respective niche. To go ahead and create a digital product off of that knowledge that you already have. Understand that people are looking for resources. People are looking for information. People are looking for guidance. And we're here to help you step by step, not just curate that, right? But I wanted to give you guys the essential breakdown. Then you're going to want to create and package that product. It doesn't have to be crazy. Canva has a lot of templates. A lot of my ebooks are already Canva templates. I plug in my information, but I keep it valuable, right? And launch and market it effectively. And then therefore learn ways that I've been able to automate my business and scale it online. So it is extremely hands off. So I'll go ahead and also dive into this now. Drop a 3 in the chat if you've never heard of the dropship model. Don't know what it is, because in this space, we went over how to create an additional income stream in UGC, working with brand deals as a paid brand deal with other brands, creating content for them. We've been able to explain how you've been able to learn how to create digital products as ebooks, right? Templates, journals. And then there's the drop shipping model. This is how we're able to help people take digital to the physical with you staying in the middle. Let me break this down. Now, again, I'm going to only explain this in the best ways as my own respective business and industry. I have once wanted to learn how to open up my own product line, create my own clothing merch. And before I got introduced to the dropship model, which I didn't know what it was before, I would invest upfront hundreds and hundreds of dollars talking to wholesalers to get samples, to have to put in a minimum order working to, try out these products of, let's say, a bunch of hoodies, and then have to package and resell it and hope I sell it out. When the drop shipping model allows me to create products, to list physical products in a digital aspect without me having to spend thousands of dollars upfront, without me having to go to the post office and ship and package and handle. And I don't know about you guys, I don't want to work smarter. I don't want to work harder. So the drop shipping model absolutely blew my mind. And I was like, wow, so I can not only expand my sources of income in the digital online space within my own respective niche through creating content, through digital products, but also I'm now able to learn how to open up my own clothing line and sell my own physical products, whether that could be homeroom decor, it could be lighting, it could be jewelry, it could be absolutely anything, right? Is the drop shipping model. And what this does is I'm able to open up my own online store through, let's say, through Shopify, right? And so let's say my customer comes to the store and they're going to buy my hoodie, let's say, for $50, right? And I'm excited for you guys to really get this broken down too, because like light bulbs are really going to go off. So let's say they're going to get my hoodie for $50, right? So they came to my online store, purchased a hoodie. So now I've been able to automate my systems. So now as soon as I get that full $50, I simply pay, let's say $17. Let's make the math easy. $10 to my supplier to go ahead and create or ship that specific product directly to my customer. Well, I'm just chilling in the middle. I'm just chilling in the middle, but my business is automated and I'm able to now bring and provide physical products through e-commerce drop shipping to my customers by solely remaining the middleman. Drop some dollar signs in the chat if that doesn't sound absolutely amazing to you. Because I've tried for so long as somebody who is looking to sell physical products. I'm like, I was losing money trying to find the right vendors. I was losing money trying to figure out on my own how to list these things. And the fact that Outback Society being partnered with the #1 educational platform in the world gave me step-by-step access to educators, to give me the blueprint, to give me the breakdown, to answer my questions, that I've been able to now be able to say that I've been able to expand myself in these ways. And this is why we get so loud about it. And I want to be able to educate you guys so you guys don't have to waste thousands of dollars like I have trying to figuring it out on my own. So let's talk a little bit about social media, right? Because it's one thing to create a product. It's one thing to list a product. Now we're entering the other ball game of the world when it comes to marketing, okay? Marketing is key. Understanding social media, building a brand, selling products, right? It is so key. And in order for you to actually start getting those sales, right? It's not hard to list a product, but what you do need to understand as a business owner is who your audience is, learning how to create content that turns your viewers, turns your followers into sales, into leads. Right. And so when I started to really wrap my mind into understanding and educating myself on how marketing works, on how running effective ads works, on how to build a personal brand, on how to build my own business brand as well, to not just grow a community, grow a following, right, but build a strong audience that trusts me, that wants to buy my products, that is looking for the solutions that I'm able to provide them because I chose to get educated in understanding how social media works. And because of this community, because of these go lives and everything that we dive into, I've been able to have, again, that step-by-step system. So I'm excited to introduce the next individual and step out of the spotlight, because this next individual is not just somebody who has been able to make absolute insane moves in this space, in the e-commerce space. This individual has created her own online store and I can't talk numbers on here. I don't want to talk numbers on here, but let's just say she's doing real good. She's doing real good. But this is somebody who got educated and was once working for NASA. And she said, I want to make this money for myself, but not just that. I want to teach others how they can do the same. So she's somebody who is selfless. She is somebody who always shows up for everybody. And she is somebody who not just been able to be a student and to get those results, but she said, I want to help other people get those same results as well. And because of this individual, I owe so much of my flowers to. And she is actually one of our top digital marketing educators. So you guys are going to hear from the GOAT herself, an educator herself, on this incredible platform. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and pass it off to my sis, Miss Tia Bolden.
Wow, wow,
My sister
wow.
here.
Yes, I can hear you very well. Can we drop some threes in the chat box for Mel? Threes, threes, threes. Love and appreciation for the value she just shared. One thing I appreciate about Melanie is that when she delivers, she does it from the heart. I've never seen her half step. I've never seen her do any minimum or just a little to get by. It's always been your best. And I appreciate you giving us your best so that we can now become our best as well. Drop a 9 if you know that if you work right now, you have coworkers that you have to work with and coworkers that you're thankful to work with. And I can say that Mel is somebody in this industry that I'm thankful I have the chance to work alongside. I'm thankful to grow with daily. I'm thankful to expound with. Every time we talk, she seems to grow my mind just a little bit greater. She keeps things innovative on how we can keep getting better and keep growing. And it's people like her that are catalysts to high levels of success. So again, lots of love for you, Mel. Honestly, I could stop the whole presentation right now and everybody would be good to go. Drop 7 if you got ounceless amounts of value from Melanie in this last 37 minutes. I just want to take 10 quick minutes. And the way you opened up, I really don't have to go too heavily into my story, but I'll touch on it briefly. I just want to explain what this can do for you. Drop a 9 if you've gotten a lot of information. You have an understanding of clarity now, but the question is, how is this going to work for me? What can this do for me? I started in this industry about 7 years ago. And in November of 2024, I was given the chance to become an educator for the largest online digital platform for entrepreneurial success, Iyovia Academy. And Mel made it clear as day why Iyovia is the best. So now all you need to know is how you combine your best with the best. And drop a 10 if you consider yourself the best at what you do. And I agree with every single one of you all that you are already top tier. You're already an elite individual, but partnering with an elite academy is what's going to take you even higher. See, Melanie has the skill set, she has the understanding, but her partnership with Iyovia, her partnership and credibility, her ability to grow and scale inside of this platform is what's taken her higher than she could ever imagine. This industry alone allowed me to walk away from a 6-figure engineering career when I was 24 years old. Something I never imagined of doing, but I simply gave myself a chance. I always say that my goal here as an educator, my goal here as a mentor is to help you take your dreams from design to demand. So drop a 3 if you believe from being on this overview, you can now turn your vision into a reality, because one of my favorite ways to do this is printing on demand. And Mel touched greatly on this cycle. I don't even have to go too deep into it. Thank you, sister. But basically, printing on demand, if I were to put it in simplest terms, it allows you to sell a product before you even touch it. One of my largest success stories inside of this industry, I sold 100 copies of a book in 3 days. Drop a 3 if you understand. I sold a book that I never once saw for myself. I saw digital copy and digital version, but the version that people were receiving, I never touched myself, simply because of the power of printing on demand. You literally start with your design. You connect with a positive distributor that you've gained trust inside of. You're given the difference. You pay the distributor whatever is required for that merchandise. And now they're shipping the product to your client. Drop a 1 if you see beauty inside of that. You don't have to worry about holding inventory, managing a warehouse, turning on the lights, paying rent. You're running a business without a physical storefront. And that's the reason I love printing on demand. Fun fact, the shirt I have on right now is a product of printing on demand. And I was able to literally put this design onto a forefront by the power and access of what we have in our tools inside of this academy. And I just want to highlight a couple of our success stories inside of printing on demand. You see, when I started my store, I didn't really know what the future was going to look like or what it was going to hold. But automation said this: we can make it simple for you, and now it'll make sense for you as well. And because of the success I was able to find, I can do the same for others. Melanie can do the same for others. No storage, just the ability to now scale in a high way. You all can see my slides? Drop a 3 if y'all can see my slides. We're good to go? Or you all cannot see my slides?
No, I share your screen. You weren't sharing your screen.
Oh, okay. Let me make sure it's shared. My bad.
Just stop sharing mine. That's what I was like.
Okay. Drop a 2 if you can see some of the success stories inside of our Iyovia platform. Awesome. And these are the things that we're able to generate now inside of e-commerce. Inside of Iyovia, we are building and expanding brands. Drop a 1 if you have a brand right now, you're thinking about a brand, you want to develop a brand, you have an idea in the back of your mind about a brand, but you don't really know how to bring it to the forefront. I like to think of Iyovia as the bridge between where you are right now and where you want things to go. I may have some music producers on here. I may have some chefs on here. Whatever your idea is, it's already incredible, but you may just need that one strategy, that one session, that one insight that can take you to the highest level that you could barely even imagine. That is exactly what Iyovia did for me. Now, I don't know if you all have heard, but I saw this the other day that a lot of stores are closing and have been closing in 2024. I noticed that as digital landscape continues to grow, stores are taking their platforms from brick and mortar to click and order. Drop a 4 if you've seen an influx of mall stores, some of the favorite stores you used to shop at when we were younger, Party City, Big Lots, Forever 21, Rue 21. They're closing their doors because people are not really shopping that much anymore. I told my mom this on Black Friday. I said, Mom, I give malls maybe 10 more years before people are purchasing everything online. People like feasibility at their fingertips. Iyovia says, we understand where things are going. We understand how innovation is happening. We want to keep you ahead of the trend. Drop a 9 if you know it's important for you to be ahead of the trend before it becomes popular to the masses. In my mind, digitizing your brand, online stores and sales is no longer an option. It's a requirement for you to keep a sustainable business in this current economy. This is literally your chance to now build the brand and secure your digital income. So when we talk about digital products, when we talk about printing on demand, when we talk about UGC, you're given the chance to learn more of this. Of course, for me, my sessions are Tuesdays and Thursdays at 12 noon and Wednesdays at 6 p.m. in the evening time. This is your chance to hop on our live sessions, which is like the Netflix of learning live, and give you real-time understanding, real-time clarity, and real one-on-one conversation on what it's going to take to elevate your brand next level. Your brand is our biggest priority. We take deep dives into what your ideas are, provide you the strategy and understanding to get a little bit further. Drop a 4 if you understand sometimes you just need a conversation with the right person to take you elevated just a little bit higher. That's what we do here inside of Iyovia. So the next question is, how do you get involved? We can literally provide you access to our academy, which is worth tens of thousands of dollars, for something as cheap as $8 a day. Drop a 12 if you know that a carton of eggs right now is around $12. So $8 a day for an academy that can give you access, that could grow your brand, show you ascension, teach you funnels, and teach you ads to take things a little bit farther is a steal. I look at the $8 a day and I think to myself, wow, that's somebody's Starbucks money. That's somebody's McDonald's money. And my question is, are Frappuccinos more important than your future? Do you want to purchase Big Macs or do you want to purchase MacBooks? The question is yours. See, what we do with this additional income, what we do when we get involved inside of Iyovia, we take our platform and now we become partnered with the best so that we can become our best. We have 2 areas where you can get involved inside of Iyovia, but my favorite one is our Freedom Bundle. The Freedom Bundle allows you to get involved for something as low as $274.95, cheaper than the last flight that I got off of. And Southwest Airlines didn't insure me a digital brand, didn't insure me a UGC deal, didn't insure me printing on demand. But for some reason, I purchased that flight. And for $274.95, that small $8 a day, you can now gain your access to any 2 of our platforms. And when you choose to, we give you 4. Drop a 4 in the chat box. We give you 4. We say, you know what? On top of your education, we're going to include personal development, because I know that a $10 mentality will not work when you reach your $10,000 withdrawal. And on top of that, we're going to include your access to our travel platform, because when you start to create online brands around the world, you might want to travel and go see them. You might want to travel and explore what they're looking like in these different areas. And on top of that, every 365 days that you remain active inside of our platform, we give you what we call a free all-inclusive incentive trip. Drop a 9 if you understand that your place that you're living right now isn't giving you a free trip, but we pay them monthly. Your car note is not giving you a free trip yearly, but we pay them monthly. Your cell phone bill doesn't give you a free trip, but you invest in them every single month. And my question for you is that out of all the things you're paying for monthly right now, which one is showing you a return on investment? Because when it comes to UGC, when it comes to Amazon and Etsy stores, when it comes to digital marketing and online sales, we're seeing quite the return here. But the question is, will you be in position? For those people who are on here and ready to get started, your next steps go as follows. You're going to get plugged in and get involved. You're going to begin learning from our online courses. Mel touched heavily on the power of the coursework and education. You're going to start joining our live sessions. You're going to get clarity on what we can do to elevate your brand and how to take things next level. You're going to adopt strategies for your brand, strategies for your store, strategies for your platform to take it just a little bit further. And then you have the option of getting it waived. You see, here inside of Iyovia, we understand that opportunities are endless as soon as you make the decision to get involved. So the one thing I want you all to understand, if you don't know anything else that you're getting off of here, is that if you always do what you've always done, you'll always have what you've always had. But if you're ready to make a difference, drop a 10 in the chat box, reach back out to the person who invited you, tell them I want the Tia and Melanie special. They may have something just for you to make sure that you're squared away. And we want to see you at the beaches. We want to see you at the banks. We want to see you in the billions. But most importantly, me and Melanie want to see you at the top because the bottom is way too crowded. But here in Iyovia and Alpha Society, we'll never look down on anybody unless we're willing to help them up. Thank you all for attending, and we'll talk soon.